show you how to work with an SVG file. So first off, when you purchase or download an SVG file, it's going to go into your downloads folder. So I'm going to use my little folder icon and go to my downloads. Oops. Let's click on the right. There we go. So you can see I have a zipped folder of SVG files in here. You can tell it's a zip file because under the type of file it says zip, but also at the end of it says .zip. Also, this little icon shows a folder with the letter Z. That all means it's a zipped folder. Zip folders are a way to compress subfolders for being able to use them and email them or download them more easily. So with a lot of SVG bundles, you're going to get them in a zip folder. Now, to use the SVG files in here, we have to get them out of the zip folder. So I'm going to just close my design space here. And I have a little folder I made on my desktop called Hold. It's just kind of a holding area for me to move these to. I'm just going to drag that whole SVG file, zip file over there. Now, if you want to make a folder on your computer just for SVG files, and you can then make subcategories for different types, Christmas, animals, holidays like Valentine's Day, beach themed, whatever you want. But it is kind of nice to kind of have this holding folder just for doing this process. Okay, so how to unzip or open a zipped folder is going to vary from computer to computer and operating systems. So make sure you do a little search. If you're on a Mac, search open zip folder on Mac. If you're doing this on an iPad or on your phone, search those specific terms. So all I can do is show you how I do it on my computer. So I right click on the folder and it gives me some different options. One is just to one is just to open it. But there is one here called ZZip, and that one allows me to extract the files. If I do this one, I can extract and pull the files out and tell them where to put it. But for ease of things, I'm just going to say extract here. And what that's going to do is download and extract everything that was in this zip folder. So now I can click on that folder. Oops, I must have double clicked. And you can see there's all kinds of subfolders. These are all different file types. So every image that was in this bundle is coming in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different types. So that's just for a variation of ways to use them. Different operating systems might use different file types. So if we just wanted to do print and cut projects, we could upload the JPEG, or we could upload the PNG files, because those would default to print then cut projects. Okay? So that gives you a little preview of it. I do like to keep either the PNG or the JPEG just so I have a preview of what my SVG files are going to look like. And actually, while I'm thinking about it, I want to use this one for our project. So I want the one numbered 460. So now what I want to do is go in the SVG file. Now you can see these all end with .svg. The file type is a Microsoft Edge HTML document. That means these are real SVG files. And what I mean by real SVG files is when you upload them to Cricut Design Space, they are going to automatically default straight to save as cut project because there's actual data inside these files that tells the Cricut or other cutting machines, this is where to cut, this is where the edge of the color is. If there were multiple colors, it would have that information in it too. So that's why we want to make sure we're using the true SVG file. All right, so now that I've given you a whole lot of information about how to download, open up a zip folder, extract the information from there, and figure out which ones are the real SVG files. They'd be the ones with these little swirlies and say .svg. Now we can upload this to Design Space. So let's go back to Cricut Design Space and hit the upload button. And I'm going to say upload an image. And now I'm going to browse on my computer, and that opens up this folder. So I can go on my desktop and go to my holding folder and then go into the SVG folder. And you can see I don't have previews. So that's why I had looked to see what the number was. If you want to rename these, you can right click and rename them so that they're easy for you to find, or just look at those PNGs to get the number. So I'm going with the 460. Perfect. So you can see this defaulted straight to a cut image. And up here, it's just pulling in the name that the file was named. So I'm going to just change that. And if I want to add other tags like Christmas in here, then when I save this image, I would be able to search for it using those tags. So now I click upload. That's it. This image is now fully uploaded into Cricut Design Space so I can cut it. So now if I click on this, that turns on the little green outline border. That shows me I have this image selected. So now I can click over here and say add it to the canvas. And there it is, all ready to cut in Cricut Design Space. I didn't have to clean it up. I didn't have to remove the background. I didn't have to do anything except for upload it. This is why I love using true SVG files. They're created so you get a nice crisp image. You can also see that over here on the layers panel, it does say it's set up for a basic cut. So that's how you know it's all ready to cut. If I wanted to change the color of this, I could come up here and change it to red. And now it's ready for me to cut. I hope this helped you to understand how to use an SVG file.